Okay, here we are back on the mall again today. We're going to give some fantastic goodies away on one of my lovely cookbooks. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to make this lovely gooey chocolate brownie. And hey, it's gluten-free, even better. So we're going to start off with 145 grams of unsalted butter over what we call a bain-marie, okay? So we're going to leave the butter in there with a bit of water and we're going to melt that gently. Okay, this is going to take a few minutes. Okay, so now we've got our butter melted. What we're going to do now is we're going to add in our sugar. There's a lot of sugar in this recipe. I think that's why we like it. There's 250 grams, would you believe, of sugar in this. So it's an awful lot of sugar. So we'll mix the sugar in like that. See, I'm working on the wheat cloth there. It makes life a lot easier. If your butter looks like it hasn't fully melted, you can go back over the bain-marie like that. What we're doing is breaking down the sugar. You have to be quite vigorous with this here at this point. As you can hear, we have a bit of music today too. So we've got cocoa powder here and a bit of salt getting into this. Very careful at this stage, can get very messy. As you can see, I have my cloth here for all this. So you should have this kind of a liquid. It looks a bit like a chocolate sauce at this point. It's very, very simple to do this, boy. This is gluten-free, but you can also make it with gluten in it too, with plain flour. So what we do now is we'll let this settle for a wee second, okay? And the next thing we're going to do is add our eggs really slowly. We don't want to add our eggs here when this is warm. So. So it's getting lovely and glossy and shiny now. That's the egg doing its trick for me. So, next egg will go in. Vigorously beating it again. Make sure it's all well incorporated. So that's it again. I'm going to tidy our bench up a wee bit here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to transfer this to a slightly bigger bowl. Next thing is we get our sieve, and then we have to sieve in our flour. It's our gluten-free flour. Third at a time. Again, being vigorous with this, beating it well. Our next third in. So the whole thing about this, you beat this really quite hard, so it leaves the side of the bowl. Okay, making sure you leaves the side of the bowl, which it has. Now, that's the hardest part of the whole thing. It's actually getting it into the container without making a mess. So I use a bit of hot water here, basically. prepared my little tray here. Spoon, just down. That's it, ready for the oven. So, I'm going to stick this in the oven for just under 20 minutes. And when it comes out, we're going to have to leave it for about a half an hour to an hour to set before we cut into it. So that's your brownie ready for the oven. Set at 180 degrees for just under 20 minutes. So there you have it, our gooey gluten-free chocolate brownie. Was in the oven for 20 minutes, let it cool, and there you go. What's not to like? See you next time. Top tip, you can change the flavour profile of our lovely gluten-free chocolate brownie by adding orange to it, ginger or chilli.